Hello to YouTube. This is a battle report. It's 4,500 points. Warriors of the Dark Gods versus highborn elves. So everybody's done with the 6,000 points games, and now we're playing at a 4,500 point game for in preparation for the up and coming tournament. Up and coming meaning up and coming. Sorry, Southern Assault. I'm sorry, a little cold. But so this is just a preparation game. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to bring out some Hellstriders and maybe a fast attack unit. Trying to make a ground pound fast army. Everybody seems to want to run the Nine Tails banner and units of Slanesh and stuff. And so I'm kind of going to try to meld the two ideas together, Crushers and this fast contingent. So here's how my deployment went. I deployed a unit of not Wrathmongers, but once chosen of Wrath in front of my Crushers. I'm trying to bunch everything together so I can offset his army. But I did not take into account that he would go first. And then, yeah. But I think I maneuvered pretty well in this game. But I have a unit of warriors, about 14 of them. They have the movement banner. And behind them is a unit of 10 Hellstriders with Harbinger with the Nine Tails banner, effectively making the warriors movement 6, which isn't bad. However, movement 6 doesn't really help when your initiative is lower than your opponent. But I still think they should be able to do well. I also have the Chimera. Unit of Fallen over to the left. It's a very small list, really, and a Battle Shrine. No mark on it, so I have to spell break the I forgot what it's called. Forgive me. He has a 2 bolt throwers, which I'm not really too concerned about. A large unit of spearmen. I'm not too concerned about them either. 2 units of archers, it seems like, and a unit of dragon princes or dragon knights or whatever they're called now, and a unit of looks like sword masters. I think they're strength 6. These 2 units here, they are not cavalry units, but eagles. He always forgets to bring them, but he actually gets to go first. Well, I got to go first. I moved up like that, and then he moved his units like so. I think he might have gotten first, and then this is actually the picture of the bottom of turn 2, turn 1. Yeah, this is how I moved my guys here, trying to cover all my bases here. He's gonna tip me, reroute my army by using the eagles. In the shooting phase, he shoots off 2 warriors. I think it might have been about 3 warriors. I couldn't make a save to save my life, and they died to strength 3, I believe. And then he moves like this. Now, so we're kind of not. Well, I was kind of expecting him to move like that, but when you don't have an extra crusher unit, when you see things like this, it kind of scares you a little bit. Or at least something to deal with large numbers. He's able to make a charge in his turn with his spearmen, and I was like, "What? Spearmen charging into warriors? That's not going to go too well for the spearmen." Well, he was able to get a spell off. I think it was +1 armor piercing or something like that, and they already had an armor piercing banner, so they were armor piercing 2. So that changes a lot of things, and he was able to crush the warriors and then overrun into the war shrine. He also had moved his eagle into to try to redirect the Chimera. I maneuvered in such a way where I made base contact with him, and I overran, and then the warrior, and then the once fallen were able to make contact with another unit, and then slingshot into his spearman unit after that close combat. And so in my turn, I was able to crush his unit, and they fled. And I wanted to overrun and kill them, but I rolled, didn't pursue with the Chimera, and I rolled a 3 to chase down his spearmen. In his turn, he was able to rally his spearmen. Oh man, they were getting on my last nerve. These guys, but they are definitely more pliable now, so it shouldn't be too bad. My idea now is I want to charge the Chimera, which is being taken. The model is being taken to place with a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth because I don't have to worry about the wings, and charge it into his cavalry unit. That's what I want to do. He moved his archers in the back like that to try to keep on continue to shoot. He's shooting. I think he was able to take out two Wrathmongers, I believe it was, in his shooting phase. My crushers are still available for combat, so I'm really feeling pretty good about my positioning right now. Over here in close combat, once I charged in, over here in close combat, I challenged. He was able to kill the champion. Not kill the champion. He was able to kill the last fallen guy that was in the unit, and then the champion survived. I'm going to end up breaking here. He has 2 ranks, quite a few wounds. I was able to get away. Again, he overruns into the, I believe he overruns into the War Shrine again. I think that's what happens. And here's the once fallen getting away behind the crushers. Doesn't have to worry about panic text or anything like that. He charged his. He also charged his character into the Chimera. The Chimera decided to flee. Chimera got away. His character rested like that. In my turn, I was able to charge my crushers in, and also charge the my Harbinger onto his flank, and I should be able to crush this unit for sure. But they're pretty strong, and they have a pretty decently high initiative. I think people would underestimate initiative when you're dealing with close combat. Initiative allows you to kill things before they're able to swing, thereby dropping the amount of attacks that are returned to you. So initiative is huge, I think. In this close combat, I was able to kill 2 crushers, and I was able to kill quite a few of his guard. I believe I was able to run them down, and I overran into another unit. I think I overran into a spearman that had rallied earlier. The BSB is kind of out there in the open now by himself. He's probably going to have to fight a fight that he probably will not win. Yeah, but they overran into his what's left of the spearmen. The crusher should crush that unit and overrun into the bolt thrower and also the fallen. So that's exactly what happens. They overrun. Well, they hit that unit. They both hit that unit at the same time. I don't have any magic left over because the War Shrine, I believe, at this point is dead. This is quite a bloody battle. Here's a closer look. Yep. So they're both going to hit that bolt thrower, because we were going to make contact when we overran, and so can't really change that. The lone fallen was able to rally amazingly. So right now I'm thinking I'm not really feeling the fallen. I'm definitely not going to not going to like the fallen as a Slaanesh unit. They're just a larger. They're just now you can only have 3, and then they don't count as being a ranked up unit. It's just, I don't like it. He was able to charge the front of the the Harbinger. Over here, I don't know what's going to happen here because he has a 1-up armor save. He's strength 5. He has 4 attacks. I want to say that he may stick, but we'll just have to see about that. Definitely the Crushers are going to take out that bolt thrower, which they do. They overrun into another unit, and the Fallen overrun into an archer unit. So this looks pretty promising right now. As long as that character survives, and as long as he does not die a needless death, we should be okay. He takes a wound in close combat. His hero, his lord, charges the Chimera. As long as the Chimera is able to save a couple of these. But what I didn't realize is that this character, however many hits that he gets, he doubles those hits. I think that's quite a broken. That can be a broken weapon. But nonetheless, he was able to get in there. Over here, he was able to kill the Harbinger. Oh, now my flank is exposed, and this is not looking good. If I'm lucky, I might be able to withstand the attacks. Yeah, and so what ends up happening is I missed that picture. He ended up charging the flank of the Crusher bus. He didn't deliver a lot of wounds, but because he had flank and a charge, a big flank and a charge, I lost combat. I needed to roll a 8, and I rolled terribly. And so I rolled 11 twice. And I rolled 11, and he ended up overrunning and taking my unit out. So that was a pretty big win for the elves. And I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. Sorry for the missing pictures and all, but yeah. Subscribe and comment, please.